Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited that we get to visit with each other, sit back. I happen to have my calming cocoa and a water, but sit back and enjoy. I want to visit with you guys about the power of taking your business to the next level. I always call it the pre-show. The pre-show, before we hit record, I was visiting with our group here about just the power of what I'm about to train you on and why I'm so passionate about it is because with these simple principles that I am going to show you tonight, including prompts that you get to take with you, and not to worry if you don't get them all, I'm going to post all of the notes from tonight. So don't feel like you have to write furiously. Tonight, just take it in and listen to it. I encourage a back to and forth conversation. So as you have ideas or questions, feel free to jump in. Um, I always do better when we engage with one another. But have y'all heard of Chat GPT? It is an AI tool that is an app that you can download. I have the free version. I have yet to upgrade because honestly, I haven't found the need to do so yet. Um, and I'm all about if I can get it for free, why not use it for free? But I have really committed to using it to grow my business. And I want to share with you some of the ways that I have done so. And tonight, what we're going to focus on are these 5 areas, but I want you to know that really chat be cheat, la la la, we'll just call it the chat app because clearly I have an enunciation issue. Clearly, or chat GPT is boundless in terms of what it can do for you. And so I want you to think about how you can get creative. I'm letting somebody in the room. And I want you to think about how you can get creative in utilizing this tool as well. But again, when I share with you, I've not only committed to using it to grow my business, but I have added 5 people this month because of using this tool. In addition, that has led to growing my outside leg by 50%. So I hope that excites you and gets you motivated to listen to the content. But the 5 areas we're going to go over tonight using ChatGPT are crafting authentic social media posts. We're going to talk about generating follow-up messages, also handling objections. Hi, I'm probably speaking to all of us, right? Because we've all run into being stumped, um, writer's block in these areas. Number 4, building confidence through practice scenarios. And number 5, keeping track of your customers' journeys through touch points. So I have notes to keep me on track because y'all know me and y'all know how easily I can get off of track. Let's start with our first one. So crafting authentic social media. Engaging social media posts are truly essential, right? For attracting new people to Plexus, engaging our audience, and really Chat GPT is awesome because it can help you brainstorm um, ideas for your audience, current trends, and it can even pull information of our latest Plexus products. And so I don't know if you have your phone handy. If you have your phone handy, you may try typing in some of these prompts just to see what will pull up while we're talking. But so 3 prompts that I have used this month to help me um, with my posting. The first prompt is to write a Facebook post that introduces the new calming cocoa, highlighting its benefits for relaxation and wellness. So when you use that prompt, and I want to share with you how I have used this not only for the prompt, but also training Chat GPT to sound more like me. So a lot of times what happens, and I don't know if y'all, and just raise of hands, I know we're recording, have you ever used it and then what comes back sounds very robotic, doesn't sound like you at all, right? So did you know, yeah, okay, good. So did you know that you're able to train Chat GPT and tell it, my audience is way more casual. I need to sound like I'm talking to a friend. the habit I want you to get involved or to exercise with ChatGPT is to talk to it as if it's a real person. I know that sounds crazy because you're talking to an app, but the more that you train it to learn you, the more ChatGPT will start sounding like you. And I find often that I still, after a month of using ChatGPT straight, I still am having to go in and say, well, I'm a little more casual than that. So, how about we soften the tone, make it sound more genuine and sincere? Use some of the vocabulary that you've used in previous messages. So, hopefully, that helps you not get frustrated with ChatGPT because I think a lot of times with the first prompt, you're like, "Ooh, that sounds salesy," and you can even say, "Don't sound salesy," or write a story of how I might use calming cocoa in my day that would be engaging to my audience. Okay. Another example of how I've used we're going to name her, we're giving her a pronoun, I guess is what we call that. Create a personal story that explains how plexus supplements have impacted my energy or daily routine. So that's a prompt that I've used. Or outside of impacted my finances. And so ChatGPT starts to learn your story the more you tell ChatGPT about you. One day I just sat down and I talked to ChatGPT about my plexus journey. And so it houses that information in there about where I've come with plexus. And then it takes that information and infuses it in future posts or ideas. What's really interesting, and this is more of a side note to see how ChatGPT knows you or how well it's gotten to know you, you can prompt ChatGPT, say, tell me what you've learned about me so far. And then it will kind of spew out what it's learned about you thus far. And it's really interesting, even when you just use it for business, how scarily accurate it is. A third example under that line or under that bullet point is write a testimonial style post about the gut health benefits of plexus, speaking from the perspective of a satisfied customer. So you see, you can even change which point of view chat app is using for us. So those are just 3 examples of how you can use it for social media posting. And y'all go ahead and laugh at me because, it is comical. I mean, I promise it's just cocoa and a little bit of lean in here, but the enunciation is real or not real. Okay, generating follow-up messages. So we know, okay, who's going to type? The fortune is what? In the follow-up. So the follow-up is the key in any kind of sales that we have. But let's admit it can be really challenging to make each message unique. But here, Chat GPT can help us generate follow-up messages tailored to specific customer needs, interests, and even recent conversations. So here are some prompts that I've used this month. So write up and I usually tell it the name of the person, right? Write a follow-up message to Michelle to and mention, so like, hold on, what does this one say? Write a follow-up message to a customer, to Michelle, who mentioned that she's been struggling with her sleep and maybe suggesting our new calming cocoa and any other products that you see fitting. So there you go. So then Chat GPT will write it up. And I usually let her know, like, hey, I'm writing a text or I'm writing an email or I'm in Messenger on Facebook. Because I think it also helps, the AI figure out, okay, what kind of tone would this be? And so I have also found that that's helpful as well. Here's another one. Generate a message to re-engage a potential customer who tried a sample but didn't follow up with a purchase. So, hey, what if, we're utilizing these calls, right? Our Sunday night call and our Thursday night call. What if you invite somebody and they show up, but then you have heard nothing from them? Chat GPT can help you craft a message that will stop the ghosting. Okay. Another example here is create a friendly follow-up email for a customer interested in plexus, checking if they need help deciding. But these can also be really helpful for current customers or current, ambassadors. And so I really want to encourage you to get creative when you're generating follow-up messages of any kind. So we're going to go to our third, and that is handling objections. Oh man, how many times have we been here? And I want to tell you that this tool, if anything this month, has been helpful in this one category for me. It turned 3 out of my 5 that I signed up into yeses simply by utilizing this app's language and helping me craft. And I will also say, I think being intentional on using a specific app like this also helps you be really consistent in your business as well. And it takes some of that brain power off of you or some of that pressure off of you because you're not having to spend so much time thinking about, okay, what am I going to say? I don't know about y'all, but I've found myself getting caught up or paralyzed even in, okay, what are the next steps? And here's a helpful tool in ChatGPT to find it, to help us with those next steps. You can simply say, I'm feeling stuck today. This is where I am in my business. What should I do next? Okay, so here are some objection prompts that could help you. So one that I've used is, how can I respond to somebody who thinks Plexus products are too expensive while emphasizing their quality and effectiveness? Okay, that is one that I used this month. Another one is, write a reply to a customer who's concerned about whether Plexus products actually work for gut health. I had someone push back this month about, being skeptical of, it. I mean, we're the OG gut health company. So that was actually, but I love some of the bullet points that ChatGPT brought up. And then a third one is generating a response to a potential customer that's skeptical about network marketing, focusing on the supportive community at Plexus. So I love this because this AI is giving me words that I wouldn't think of on my own, or that I find myself just getting in my own way on. This has really opened me up to being more creative and really more bold in how I reach out to people. So I hope that as you're listening to this, you're also feeling like, oh, this is a tool I could use daily. And I also want to let y'all know I haven't been really, like, I'm not working 5 hours a day doing this. It's really a concentrated 1 to 2 hours a day working with ChatGPT and my back office and new potentials. Okay, so let's move to, let's see here, building confidence through practice scenarios. So we've talked about tonight how at times we feel in our own way. We could shut down because we just simply don't know what to say. So what I love about ChatGPT is she can either be your role-playing partner, or she can help you. You can ask her prompts that she can walk you through. So here's some prompts that we can use. How should I respond if a customer asks why Plexus is better than other wellness brands? How many times? I know there have been people that have asked y'all that question, either directly or somebody on your team, like, how do I respond to this? Now, I will always tell you, just from a human standpoint, that one I always just say, it's not your job to necessarily know about every single, wellness competitor out there, but it is your job to know why Plexus is amazing. And so I will always point you back to that answer. And that's how I point ChatGPT, is also, I don't really want to compare against the other brands. I want to talk about what makes Plexus amazing. Number 2, generate a practice response for an objection about the cost of Plexus products. Who's ever had that as an objection before, that is just too expensive? Probably more times than I care to count, right? And then here's another example. Write a sample reply for a customer questioning the effectiveness of Plexus for gut health. So again, I know we could all think of probably 400,000 different objections, but these are 3 that I've used this month to help me grow my business. And then the last category we have, which I love, is keeping track of customer journey touch points. So I don't know about y'all, but there are times that I have found myself overwhelmed when I start a new person, especially when you start a multiple of new people in 1 month, how do I keep track of all of them? So we know, again, our best friend is consistency in this business. And we also know that that can be, it's simple, but it's hard, right? To keeping track of everyone. So here's some prompts that can help us keep track of our customers' journeys. So you can prompt ChatGPT to suggest a timeline for following up with a customer after their initial Plexus purchase. I would even include what date they purchased that on, and then including some messaging ideas at each stage. So ChatGPT can come up with a formula like, okay, you're going to have them do this when they get their products. And then as you read through their bullet points, you can say, I don't like bullet point number 3. What could we replace that with? Or I want the timeline to be every 2 weeks. So just know, again, don't be hesitant to push back on the app to customize her chat to you. Here's another one. Write a check-in message to send to a customer 2 weeks after they started using a new Plexus product. And then instead of just a new Plexus product, of course, when I know who I'm talking about, I'm going to be very specific. Casey started with triplex and trim. She, started off being, tired and wanting to lose 10 pounds. I need a message that's going to serve as a follow-up message as she's been taking the products for 2 weeks. Okay, so I would get as specific as we can. Then the last example that I have in this last category is generating a friendly follow-up message for a customer 6 months after their first purchase, asking about their experience. So again, those are just 3 examples of, in that category of how you can use it to track your customers' progress. And I love the fact that we can utilize this tool creatively, and really the possibilities are limitless. Before I wrap everything up, I want to also write down a few other ideas that I had how you can use ChatGPT for your business, and then even maybe you can apply some of these to your personal life, or even if you work in another business, you can apply it to that. So here are the other ideas I had. How about training? Did you know that ChatGPT helped me with this training tonight? So I literally was able to say exactly what I wanted to cover, and it helped me with the content of this training tonight. So I want you to think about that as you're hosting meetings for your team. Meal plans. So I'm going to share this with y'all. Do you have a customer that struggles with what to eat? You can help up with a plan focusing on a Mediterranean diet or a keto diet, and give them a 30-day meal plan. And I mean, y'all, ChatGPT is so fast. I mean, it's crazy to me how fast. I want to also give y'all a personal tip. So tonight we were stuck on what to make for dinner. So I just named some ingredients that I had in my pantry, and I said, and I need to create a meal out of these ingredients. I'm even open to going to the grocery store. Or you could say, I'm not open to going to the grocery store. And guess what? ChatGPT came up with some amazing pork sliders for us to have tonight that I would never have thought to put together with the ingredients that I had. So I love that. It also helps with mindset tips. And, we know in this industry, especially, how important mindset is. So if you're struggling, if your teammate's struggling, if your VIP is struggling, you can use ChatGPT to come up with motivational tips for that person. I know my mind, it's crazy. I see y'all kind of shaking your heads. How about emails and newsletters? We talked about some emails that we could use. What about a newsletter to help you with the content with that and save you so much time? Marketing strategies, you can ask ChatGPT to come up with a 30-day marketing plan focused around the holidays, focused around a new product launch, focused around trends that you're seeing on TikTok, even coming up with scripts that you can use for your reels, for your, speeches, etc. I will let y'all know ChatGPT wrote out real people, real stories way long ago, and we've tweaked it over the years, but the nutshell format was written by ChatGPT. Some other things, so we talked about scripts for demos, and then recipes with our products is another tip. So I know. So I am going to shortly pause or stop the recording. But before I do, I just want to thank everyone for joining us. We will come up with, we're going to meet again next month, twice a month, and we'll come out with the dates at the first of the month for y'all. But we'll always have one in the evening in hopes that this is a better time for those of us that can't find time in the day to meet. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. I'm going to hit pause and then we'll do the after show.